What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican, and I am back, excuse me, with the Even Phillip Show. What's good, people? What's good? I have had a busy day, I tell you. Today has been quite busy. But, yeah, alhamdulillah. Here I am with you fine viewers while checking out the crypto markets. Looking good, Vern. I know it's all red, but it's looking good for me. I don't know about y'all, but I am enjoying the crypto sale. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You know, my gym has been closed for so long that but basically the Gemeinde. How do you translate that? Community? Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Future Future Trunks. That they decided to put like an outdoor workout area out. If you're on my Instagram, then you saw the video. And so I've been getting my workout on like it's a gym like every single day. So I did all my stuff, went and took care of this, took care of that. Then I went and, got my outdoor workout so I could stay swole. So your boy could stay swole at 48. And then Alaikum Mubarak feet. Then I came back. My minor paid out. Alhamdulillah. So I had to do some crypto conversion, some free money. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And then here I am with you people after a day of work also, So let's talk to the sisters today. Sisters gonna get mad at me. But then that's nothing new, is it? No surprise here, right? And I want to talk about giving your best. And it's like, I see a lot and quite frequently from one-to-one consultations to questions, all sorts of other places that a lot of sisters, they take their husbands for granted. Heck, I say they take the menfolk of their families for granted. And I say this because, it's quite obvious by the way that they're behaving towards these men that they don't really appreciate them. And, sisters always want these egalitarian, equalist relationships. I want him to do dishes, I'm going to work and blah, 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 They want their husband to be this guy who follows the sunnah, and he does housework and he does this all while they just, I don't know what they're supposed to be doing, They expect you to go to work and then come home and then take care of the household also, I don't know. This is apparently. And then, complain and moan and whine about their husband while he does all of that. And some brothers actually do this, there's quite a few brothers who are actually doing this type of stuff. They're going to work, they're coming home, and then they're washing dishes and doing this. There's nothing wrong if you want to do that stuff, There's some hadith support, helping out around the house, this type of stuff. But I think it's come to the point where it's like, it's just, now I think you can do that with people who appreciate what you do. Now you're just being taken for a sucker a lot of times, because you see how these sisters are treating a lot of these brothers, and it's just like, yo, what is she doing? When I say what is she doing, I mean it from the context of, my martial arts instructor, he's a non-Muslim guy a long time ago, before I even heard about Islam, he said, the one who receives everything appreciates nothing. And I think we're seeing that nowadays. Sisters are getting just stuff thrown in their lap, just ridiculous. They get ridiculous mahars, ridiculous marriages, ridiculous honeymoons. Then they have ridiculous conditions. After you're going to spend $80,000 on a marriage, $80,000 here, $100,000 there. You do spend like $250,000 on a freaking marriage. Even if you're not spending $250,000, some dudes spend like $80,000+ on a marriage. Unless you want to put in a marriage contract, you can't take another wife. It's just getting outlandish with their demands. Just insane. While offering what? Hoo-ha? Really? Is that it? Really? Because, I mean, she wants to give that up anyway. Why do you think she's getting married? I mean, she wants to get down with that thing too. So that's not even like a place to start. So it's like brothers are out here giving their best, but our sisters giving their best. And so, I'm waiting on the questions, guys. So I'm just ranting until then. And, and I don't see that they are. Because what happens is also you see that these sisters, they'll get made up, dolled up, put on their best clothes to go outside the house. But when they're at home, they're like, sweatpants and whatever else. And they ain't even looking their best for their husband. Where are they giving their best? And these men are giving their best. Just imagine if brothers started behaving in the way that these sisters are behaving right now. Conditions and limitations, and I'm not going to do this. And, if you do this, then I'm not doing that, or I'm going to leave the marriage because of that. Just imagine if brothers did that stuff. Just imagine if you tried it. You probably wouldn't even get married. And rightfully so. So why are these sisters getting married? And this is something that that really struck me while writing the vetting guide. That just so many women that brothers don't take a page from the woman notebook and deal with women from the position of disqualifiers. I think guys need to start disqualifying women and start doing it viciously, like so they understand why they got disqualified. Yo, what's up, Sir Anthony? Peace to you too, my good man. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Honor H. Guys need to start dealing with women from a position of disqualification. That's what women do. And I'm not saying act like women. I'm just saying be as discerning and picky as women are. But here's the difference. Women are just discerning and picky just because hoo-ha, just because I got vag and tatas and I feel like I deserve this. But you, gentlemen, if you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have earned the right to be discerning and earned the right to be picky. And thus you should be. You shouldn't just take the first sister comes along and see she's getting a good deal and then she wants to try and just hammer you down so she can try and gain a position of authority over you, because she knows she has no power. And so if you cave early on in the negotiations with these sisters, then she's won the battle. And how? She's bringing nothing to the table. She don't even want to do dishes. But here you are, Abu, worked out, got my career, my money right, going to give you an amazing life and include you in my amazing life, and you're going to start coming in dictating terms. Remember that video I made about building the ship? Hold on. Let me go ahead and take a look at some of these questions here because that's what we're here for. Yep, this is true, KPS. It's never been this good for women, yet they're the most unhappy generation of women ever. It's true. Do you think men are the majority to blame? If guys weren't offering crazy mahars, yeah, guys are to blame. Guys just being thirsty are to blame. They let these sisters get away with murder. And so sisters think they can get away with murder. So yes, 100% dude's fault. Women are just maximizing on what they know suckers will give them. And dudes are being suckers. I don't understand the question, bro. Brother Ozone. T-Jar. Sorry. Yeah, Jar's there. Yes, I am drinking a protein shake also. The tea is the chaser because I did my workout. And since I did my workout, I came home, I made maghrib, then I did my little lineup. I need to fix it, though, I think I need to fix it. No, it's all right. I think it's all right. Yeah, I did my lineup. Then I came online with you guys. I didn't get a chance to eat steak and whatever else. So I'm having a protein shake as a meal replacement since I didn't get my steak since I came home because I cut everything close. That's why we're having the shows on the fly and very late because it's we're at that point in Germany where the salah is drifting and it keeps getting later and later. And so it's kind of hard to make plans.
That's my tip.
You crazy.
You're talking about birthday, and that's my tip.
Hey, let me see. Oh, I see. This is her protein.
That's mine.
Yeah, your protein. She can eat those. So anyway, crazy woman. So I just been busy, and that's why I'm having the protein shake chased with a jar of tea, inshallah. So anyway, back to our brother SNA. So what he says, I'm chatting with a sister with a lot of baggage. A lot of baggage is already like a big red flag here. But anyway, let's keep going. But far more genuine and willing to change. How do you know? Because she says so? I mean, what she says and what she does are two different things. If you think she's willing to change, then you got to test her right now. And what you got to do is you got to tell her, give her some sort of some sort of command that costs her nothing, some sort of order. And this is going to answer your question right here. BX Duel. This is going to answer your question right here. Give her some sort of order, commands, whatever else that doesn't cost her anything. Not her dignity, not money, not a bunch of time. If she's not a hijabi, then tell her, put on a hijab if, whenever I come around or something, whatever. I don't know. Just give her something that's not difficult. And if she responds, then she's willing to change. Because what do? We look at a woman's actions. We don't listen to her words. Give her some challenges. She says she's willing to change. Test her. Find out if she's actually willing to change. Get her to do stuff that bothers you. You say she has a lot of baggage. So apparently something in there has caught your attention. So start working and focusing on that to see if she's even willing to change that. Because generally when a woman has a bunch of baggage, that's her baggage, bro. You know what I mean? It comes with her. It goes where she goes. It's like your furniture. If you got new furniture, do you move out and leave furniture at the house? No. You take it with you. It's the same thing. And willing to change and wants nikah even without having a place to share due to finance. I mean, that's nice. She looks far more westernized, but internally more genuine than these hijabis that are far more westernized internally while dressing up on the way less genuine. What should I do? She's 20. I mean, right here, bro, one thing you can't do is you can't what's the word? You can't look into the hearts of people. Only Allah knows what's inside the hearts of people. So to say that she's like, she's like this and these other sisters aren't like that, that's not for you to decide, inshallah. That's for Allah to decide. And what do the ulama say? That iman is reflected on the limbs. So at some point, in some way or another, the hijabi, even if she's really bad, there's something in her that makes her reflect her iman, her Islam externally, even if she's a really bad sister. You know what I'm saying? But if she puts on a hijab, she covers properly, whatever else, but she's a sinful person. But something inside of her pushes her to outwardly express her Islam by way of her hijab. So it's a very difficult statement to say that, this sister is going to be better than this one and she's not a hijabi, and that one's a hijabi, but she's not as good as this one who's not a hijabi. Well, if she's a good sister, then why is she wearing hijab? I'm not saying she's a bad sister. I'm just saying Islam is reflected upon the limbs, right? Islam has outward effects on people in terms of their behavior, their speech, and whatever else. So if you believe and we understand that this is an obligation for the Muslim woman, then it's kind of hard to make that comparative right here when you say that statement. That she's better, than these sisters who do wear hijab. This is a really rough one, bro. That's a tough one to call. So I would make that assumption. If she's really that good, like you say she is, tell her wear hijab. If she's really that good, like you say she is, tell her wear hijab and see if she is pro-cooperative in this and she actually complies. If she does, you might be onto something. If she doesn't, then you might not be onto something. So, you got to look at that. Or shall I just move on and focus on myself? Bro, you never stop focusing on yourself. This is independent of women. It's not like, I found a woman and then I stop focusing on myself and I start focusing on a woman. You are your mental point of origin. You never stop focusing on yourself. You never stop building yourself. You never stop improving yourself. Nothing with you in yourself ever stops. A woman comes along, it's like, hey, what's up? It's like a bus, the bus, you take it to the mechanic, you fill it up with gas, you check the oil, you clean it out, whatever else. And then the bus does what? It stops at the regular stops, and picks people up and drops them off, right? But the maintenance of the vehicle never stops. And this is your life. Your life is the bus. And then sometimes you stop and their sister comes along and it's like, oh, nice. Oh, she doesn't get on the bus, you keep going. So now, if a sister gets on a bus, would you just keep driving it until the oil and the gas runs out and then it breaks down and the tires go flat? Or do you still keep on maintaining the bus and keep on maintaining it so that it's in best working order and lasts as long as possible and gives you the best mileage possible? Obviously, you keep working on it. You don't just stop the bus. Sister's on here. There we go. We'll just park the bus here. Or you just drive it and skip all the bus stops or whatever else and just act like the thing. No, that's your life. So it doesn't matter whether the sister is on board or not. Doesn't matter if you find a sister who's cooperative or not. Your improvement never stops. It's irrespective of the woman. Okay? Inshallah, I hope that answered your question. Scarcity mindset is a major problem in men. They tolerate disobedient women because of their lack of abundance. Absolutely, bro. Hit the nail on the head, popsicle. If men collectively divorce arrogant wives immediately, we'd have upper hand. Yeah, but guys ain't going to do that because they scared. And you can't be scared up in here. Is a woman being assertive something bad? Depends on what she's being assertive in. I mean, Jim Jones, you've been here before, haven't you? Or are you Muslim? I can't remember. If she's being in assertive in something that, is the halal or haram in terms of avoiding the haram and, encouraging the halal, hey, halas, man, that's great. That's wonderful. But if it's just being assertive, just being crabby, just being just like, yeah. Nobody wants to deal with that, just being assertive. You gotta do the dishes, bro. Take out the trash. Yeah. No, do it now. Hey, who wants to hear all that stuff? What if it's something like, she's being, assertive in regards to the halal or the haram and advising you and whatnot and upon goodness? Man, that's awesome, bro. It's a beautiful thing. But all that other stuff, go girl power stuff or whatever else they got going on, nobody want to deal with all that, bro. I mean, maybe, I guess there are some guys who like that. But me, I'm not going to deal with all that. You won't come to me with some crazy assertive, well, I said, like, look, mom, go back in your bedroom or whatever you got to do. I ain't dealing with all that. I ain't go through life 48 years, figuring everything out. To have some, goofy girl come along and start talking to me like, who pays the rent here? Shut up. You wouldn't even have an abaya if it wasn't for me or your dad, you dork. What? No. I don't like assertive women. I'm the assertive one. There's only one man in this relationship for me. So, yeah. Because some people say an assertive woman will encourage you and check you when you're not fulfilling your potential. Well, like I said, haram and halal, fair enough. But if you're not fulfilling your potential, and she's like being assertive and pushing you on it, then technically she's your mom now. You really think that's turning her on? You really think she's like, getting all hot and bothered, like treating you like her little kid? Jimmy, get up and go to school. It's good for you. If you finish your degree, you'll be a doctor and things will be great. Yeah, she likes that, sure. For her sons. But for you, as her partner, absolutely not. No, bro. Put you in a bad position. I wouldn't. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jobs Muhammad. Yeah. So anyway, going back to what I was talking about, we find that brothers are giving their best. And sisters are not reflecting this in their actions. They're actually being very unappreciative to these guys that give them everything. And this goes back to the saying that my martial arts instructor said. The one who receives everything appreciates nothing. Now, look, this isn't even bad in the sense that, brothers are giving their best. Fine, absolutely do it. But don't do it for an unappreciative person. When you start smelling that, just whole entitlement, you gotta put the clamps on them. You remember Futurama, the robot, what's his name, Bender? And then Bender used to always get mixed up with the gangster robots, and they'd be like, "You want me to put the clamps on him, boss?" And it was like a robot with big clamp hands. They put the clamps on her, man. You gotta call her out. You'd be like, "Look, curtail that behavior, and let her feel it." And then when she gets mad, because to her, in her mind, you're gonna be a jerk. You're being a jerk, and you're being an anal sphincter. When you be like, you know what? You don't like it, do you? So when I act like an anal sphincter, you don't like it. But then when you're just constantly acting like one, it's supposed to be all peachy cool. You know, and that's when you go on the hunt for another wife that can appreciate you. Inshallah. What?
Nothing. What?
Excuse me, guys, while I enjoy my protein shake. No questions today, guys? 25 minutes. We got like, what, 3 questions or something like this? Ooh, gotta chase that down. That's real powdery at the bottom.
It's a blender, man. Okay.
Jim Jones with a question. I've currently been only doing body weight workout, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's like it feels more natural, actually. You know, feels awesome, dude. I mean, I've been doing pull-ups, dips. You know, I've been working on muscle ups and these types. I've never done a muscle up in my life, so I'm working on trying to get those in. You know, I'm doing a couple other like body weight type stuff. You know, these inverted sit-ups and whatnot. So I mean, dude, I'm enjoying it. I did some running the other day. You know, went to a boxing class with my trainer, and you know, did some running. I hadn't run in forever. And I was just like, it wasn't even far, and I was just like, so you know, it actually felt good though. You know, get out there running, feel the burning in my legs. I was like, dude, this is terrible. So I need to go running. You know, right now I'm enjoying the full body weight, you know, workout type thing over weightlifting. I quit my gym. You know, I terminated my membership. So yeah. Yes, there's an authentic hadith right here. It is reported that the wife of Imam Sa'id B. al-Musayyib, may Allah have mercy on him, said, "We only used to ever speak about or speak to our husbands like you address your commanders and leaders." Yes, indeed. Yeah, I have 2 TikTok accounts. I rarely upload, almost never. And then what I do upload, it's not really connected to what I do here. You know, I have some of my drone videos uploaded. The Abuamerican stuff. I actually put up like some of my work stuff, you know, but I don't really use it that much. So yeah, there's only so much social media I can keep up with, you know, so I can't do it all. I'm trying, but it doesn't work. How many euro an hour should an electrician get paid when he has over 5 years experience? Probably a lot. 5 years experience as a qualified electrician, you should probably be looking at owning your own business. I mean, 5 years of experience. If you're qualified and you've gone, like, let's say you've done your like in German, it's called the Meisterbrief. You know, you've done your Meisterbrief as an electrician, which takes a while, and then you have 5 years experience. You should have your own business. You should be killing it. You know, so because you got to imagine, you got a master brief or whatever you call it here in Germany, Meisterbrief, and then I'm just talking Germany, and then 5 years experience on top of that, dude. You should have your own business. You should be killing it. No way. Even if you're working as an employee somewhere, you shouldn't be under, I don't know, actually. You should definitely be over 20 euros an hour. And as a site leader, you should be getting even more. So, yeah. You know what? You got to ask AJ Cortez. You know, me, I just got good genetics. I do a lot of pull-ups, a lot of push-ups. Yeah, and that's it. Your skinny arms disappear. And a lot of protein, you know. I need to get them guns. Roar! No. Did the carnivore diet. What is that? Is that a gray hair? What is that? Or is that protein shake? No, it's just a light. No, I've never tried. I tried the carnivore keto diet. I've never tried. Unfortunately, someone tell me how it is.
You did?
Did I?
Yeah, well, a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I did. I did try it. Yeah. How did that work out? I can't remember.
We just.
I think it was boring. It was a good thing.
Boring.
I think it was boring. Yeah, it was no fun. I think we did try. We did try it. And it was boring. That was it. Yeah. I agree. The body weight workouts are not as popular, but it does give you a lot more transferable strength. I mean, I feel really strong, so I don't know. We'll see. Give it a couple of months and see how it works out. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. Do you think a man should open up to his wife emotionally? Negatory. I often hear stories of the man opening up and then they argue. She used it against him to mock. Yeah. It's a bad idea. I had a classic. I can give you a classic story of this. When I was married to the girl in London, she kept on saying, "Oh, you should open up to me." This, that. I was like, "No." I said, "No, I shouldn't." I said, "You're gonna lose attraction." I said, "You're not gonna like it." I said, "Why you ask for something that you don't want?" And she kept on pushing. I said, "Okay, I'll watch this." I said, "Watch this." I said, "I'm gonna open up to you, and we're gonna end up divorced. I promise you." I said, "I'm not gonna change, but you are." And so I told her like my entire story. We were divorced like 2 months later. And she was like, "Oh, you were never attracted to me." I said, "No." I said, "I told you what happened." I said, "What did I tell you that day?" I said, "When I open up to you, you're gonna go crazy and you're just gonna be acting stupid because you're gonna think because of my emotional, story. Because I got a crazy story. I mean, you're gonna think I'm a weak guy and then you're gonna just be disgusted." And what happened? We just ended up in arguments all the time. She thought she could push boundaries that weren't there, but actually they were. But she thought because, she knew my story and this, that, the other, I could just like act like whatever, like the people in my past. And I was like, no, I learned from that BS. So no, don't do it, bro. Unless you're trying to wreck your relationship. I mean, I told her it was going to happen. I was like, all right, fine. I was like, I'm smashed. You got pregnant. All right, girl, you want to do this? As I'm warning you, you don't want to do this. You say, no, tell me. I love you. You'll be like the Taj, like you'll be like the crown. I'm like, okay, all right. I was like, I'm telling you, this ain't going to go well. And they didn't believe me. I hope she learned something. She remarried, so I hope she learned this time not to go around and ask for dumb stuff like that. What are some of the major differences between red pill philosophy and Islam? They're very different approaches. Bro, just Islam is the foundation. Just, I wouldn't mess with anything else really. If there can be some overlap that doesn't like contradict or conflict with Islam, then take it. But otherwise, man, Islam has everything that the red pill world is talking about right now. We got all the answers, bro. So you don't need to. It's not even really a conversation, bro. Just follow the book and the sunnah, and you'll be okay. But there are major differences. Really, there are. But you can turn this into a whole show. Maybe we'll do a whole show on it. Is it bad for a man to hire a chef and other servants for domestic work, in the sense that his wives won't have much to do at home? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't care how much money I got. It's like, what are you here for? You're my wife. What are you doing here? I give you a good life and you can't even wash my dang dishes, cook me some food? Really?
Unless the chef is another girl.
I don't understand the logic. I understand people want to show their deference and their care and their love for the woman like that, but okay, now I'm showing you all this. How are you going to show me care and love and deference? Through sex that you want to? She wants that too. So how are you going to show it to me? It can't be sex because you both want that. So that just nullifies it. So how is she going to show you that she loves you and cares for you and wants to take care of you and all this type of stuff? How? You know what they say. I mean, obviously it's not an Islamic saying, but it's just a general one that stands true. Idle hands are the devil's work. Bored people do stupid stuff. Let them, do their thing. Aliyu Musa is blocked.
What happened? What?
Well, you're just asking stupid questions. Just dumb questions. If boxing is haram, why are they allowing it in Saudi and UAE? And it's like, nigga, what? It's just dumb stuff, man. Well, I don't know what's wrong with people, man. Blocked. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi Wa barakatuh to everybody who joined. Ah, my man Yusuf. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's good, homie? It doesn't exist as far as I know. If there's community, it's nowhere near me. I'm way out in the bush. I'm in the armpit of Germany. Maybe up in Dusseldorf and Dortmund. Maybe Berlin, maybe in the major cities, but I'm not there, so I can't tell you right now. You know, technically by law, Salafia is outlawed in Germany. You know, but I don't keep up with Germans and the German community out here because I've never found any that are actually, you know, upon Salafia. They all got some weird stuff going on one way or another. So yeah. There are times when I really don't feel like doing something, even though I know it will benefit me. What would you do in this situation? Do it anyway, because I know it benefits me. You know, I didn't want to go work out today. You know, I laid down, I was sitting in the bed, I was chilling. I was like, I got up, went shopping, did all this stuff, and I came back and I just changed and I just went. I didn't really want to. Once I got out there, I didn't want to stop. But the lead up to it, I didn't want to do it. Sometimes I don't want to write. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4 tabs open for books that I'm writing. Sometimes I don't want to write. You know how much work that is? I don't want to write. But you know what I do? Put on ghost videos, like there's one up there right now. And then I start typing. I just play it, and I just like if something crazy happens, I'm like, ooh, cool. I just keep typing while looking at the video. Because I can do that. You know, I'm good at that. Alhamdulillah. I can like watch one thing and type. Like, ooh, good. Yeah. Alpha Nerd. That's why I had that show, Alpha Nerd Dork. So, you know, I just do it anyway, man. Because if I don't do it, who will? Ain't nobody will do it for me, bro. So, yeah. Yeah. Guys, just be careful. I mean, because here's the thing. You know, they say the flesh of the ulama, the flesh of the scholar is poison. You know, don't consume the flesh of the scholars. Be careful with that. You know, dangerous thing to do. Just leave them alone, inshallah. If they haven't been refuted by somebody, you know, by other scholars, then you know, I would say, like we say in America, keep an eye on your lip and watch your mouth. You know, because what if you're wrong? And you say something about one of the ulama, one of the ones who are out there teaching the religion of Allah? Won't get on the bad side of Allah. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there I really don't care about whose bad side I'm on, but Rabbul Arsh, I ain't trying to. I got enough going on. I ain't trying to, you know. No, I'm good. I'm good, homie. Leave his people alone. Allah speaks highly of the scholars, so at least speak highly of them or leave them alone. If they're the scholars upon the book and the sunnah, they're the scholars of Ahlul Sunnah. You know, I wouldn't. So I don't know, when you guys say scholars, I don't know who y'all mean. You know, I think of my scholars because, you know, when you talk about like Mufti Mink or this one or that one, because I don't like Mufti Mink. Mr. I don't even care about the knitting. He be saying some stuff that's like borderline kufr. I ain't. He can knit all he wants. Knit till the cows come home. But teaching people like a bunch of jahil stuff. So anyway, yeah. Where are we? In all technicality, they're used synonymously. It's really a synonym. Ahlul Sunnah, the people of the Sunnah, or Al-Jama'ah, or the Salafi, who is what? The person who claims and ascribes himself to following the path of the Salaf. And the Salafi, I follow Islam according to the understanding of the companions of the Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And who is the religion revealed to? Its companions. So, yeah. It's really used synonymously. There you go, right there. Same thing, dude. Barakallahu Feek, Idris. MashaAllah, Barakallahu Feek, Ashraf. Okay, so anyway, look, guys, if you're gonna give your best and expect the best in return, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not entitlement. And I hate to use some goofy tropisms like they do in out there in the relationship world, but it really is kind of appropriate comparison. Like they say, it's like marriage is like a box and everybody just puts in. Well, what if you don't know when putting stuff in the box? Just imagine if it's money. If this was money, you guys would quit your marriages today. It's like, okay, you put in stacks and racks, bap, 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 just racks and racks and racks, and you stacking cash on the table, and they just there taking all his money, and you just like, what the frick? And then hey, go take out the trash, homie. I'm gonna take these stacks here. Hey, homie, go wash the dishes. What? You want another homie? No. I ain't sharing these stacks with nobody. You get another homie and you fired. Wait, what? I'm giving you the stacks. And you want to bounce if I get another homie? We're not talking about homies here. If this was money, y'all would fire these women today. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me Abuamerican's wrong. If this was a business partnership, imagine your marriage as a business partnership, and what the man puts in is money, and what the woman puts in is money. How many dudes would stay in that business partnership? Niggas would be like, after the first 2-3 days, you'd be like, you'd be gone. But dudes gonna stay in marriages 20-30 years, proud of themselves that they stayed stuck on stupid for 20-30 years. I get a bad deal. Abuamerican's out. I'm like, whoa. Like, hold on, what's going on here? Okay, I'm out. Abuamerican's been divorced 11 times. That's right. I left 11 bad business deals. I know a bad deal when I see one. Just because you don't doesn't mean I gotta be an idiot like you, okay? You keep taking that bad deal. You keep taking them L's, homie. Abuamerican's gonna bounce. I'm not gonna put in my best and not receive it. I don't even know if I need the best. I just effort, homie. Effort. Build towards the best. But if you don't put in no effort, man, I can't. What am I gonna work with? What are we working with here? People? Yeah, so yeah. Is it a red flag if a woman posts pictures of herself on Instagram even with a hijab? I mean, I find it problematic. Find me my women folk on whatchamacallit without hijab on. Even my whatchamacallit, I think you have pictures of yourself up there, but you're always in the cab, right? On your Instagram, and her Instagram's closed. And you only find pictures of her up there with her Instagram. Pictures of my girls online. I ain't doing that, man. I ain't doing that. That's me. And you know what's funny? These dudes on the internet calling me a day youth, right? Can't tell me what my wife looks like. Can't find pictures of her online. None of them. But they women folk all over the internet. Made up, hijabs on, off, just wilding out on the internet. But I'm the day youth, huh? Okay. No, do not, under any circumstances, let that pass. So yeah. I mean, technically, you look at like the rulings of the ulama, pictures in general are haram. We really shouldn't be doing them in general. I mean, it's something that I do, and I know it to be incorrect. When I post up pictures on Instagram, whatever else of myself, I consider myself sinful for doing it. So it's what do you call it? It's like bad habits that need to be broken. It's very difficult. We're of the generation of photos and whatnot, and it's not something I am I'm personally proud of. I'm working on, but like video, I believe is different because there's a ruling that video is different than photos. And so the photos I need to work on, So I mean, just in general, but I think it's even I don't know if we can equate it to worse with women, but it is kind of worse with women also because there's the fitness factor involved also. So yeah. Going on these questions, man, you brothers going off on the cuff. Do you drink protein shakes organic? Actually, hey, you want to grab me those things, those protein bags? Give me a second, man. Brother Ozone, I shall demonstrate to you. I talked about this.
Both?
Yeah, bring both. I talked about my protein shakes in another show, but I'll go ahead and drop it here for you. Again, just because you're a cool dude, Brother Ozone, if you weren't coming up on a show acting cool and not being, being wanky and asking crazy questions, I'd be like, man, ignore this dude. But because it's you, bro, I got you. Actually, my wife's getting it for me. So anyway, let's keep going until she shows up with that. So, Brother Ozone, I got this. Yes, it is vegan. No, I'm not a vegan. It's 100% hemp protein. I'm going to talk about this in a second. And dang, this is really light. You've been using this like a lot more than this. You're supposed to mix it.
Yeah, I only 1 spoon pea at the ham.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, good. I'll have to order more of this then, like 2 more bags. And then there is pea protein isolate, also vegan. 2 things. First, these do not have soy in it, and so that's why I got it. I know some people like say, well, soy is not going to affect you. It's a different type of soy. This, that, the other is not going to. I just don't take any soy products whatsoever. And then, secondly, the thing to know about this, dude, like 2 scoops of this and like a half a scoop of this. This is super high fiber. Dude, you will be farting. You could like power a small town with the gas that you get from this, okay? You just like, hook yourself up to like, I don't know, a methane gas plant. You will power a small village. That's how much gas this hemp protein gives you. It's super high fiber, bro, and it just really lights your gut up. So be very, very careful with this stuff. Has a very nice smell and flavor to it, but dude, if you were to take 2 scoops of this, I don't even know what to do to you. You might blow up if you walk past like some sparks or something or someone smoking. I don't know. But just be careful with that. That's the protein I take right now. And I take those because they're both supposed to be very, very anti-inflammatory. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I read online. You only know about information online. I figured I'd give it a try because I do eat a lot of beef and chicken, all the time on top of this. So, I just said, let me go ahead and give this a try. Anti-inflammatory, on top of my very high protein diet. I feel good, man. I feel good. I actually slimmed down, lost some weight and all this type of stuff. I look better.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's keep going. You guys in the conversation, like
Yoling is here.
Oh my, Yoling's here. It's almost time to shut down the show now. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Yoling. So anyway, let's see. Let me see. What to do when you can't escape toxic family members? That's a good one, man. I have a toxic family member, and there's really you just gotta have patience with them, bro. They're your family. You just gotta have patience with them. Because I don't have patience. It's kind of rough for me to say this because I don't really have patience for my family members that are toxic. I just light them up. I just go off on them. And it's bad. It's not good. So don't follow the Abuamerican method. I need to really show them more patience. So I'm advising myself first, while at the same time advising you. Have patience with them because they're your family. And I say kind words to them, but at the same time, I can fire from the hip. But then we have that type of family also. My family is like we are people now to where we like talk very direct to one another. So our family dynamic is one. I'm talking Abuamerican, is one where we can say cutting words to one another, but we understand that it's not something that causes division in the family to where we won't love each other or we won't talk to each other. Still, it's not advisable. It's not something, even if you have that dynamic, I advise you not to do it. And that's something I struggle with because I really got limits with people. And when my limits are reached, if I hate you personally and you're not family, I mean, it's just like, there's that dude over there, I'll literally walk up to on the street and you'd be like, oh, Abuamerican's coming, bow, and I'll literally kick you in the face. I ain't even playing. I ain't even joking. That's the type of when I reach my limits with people, that's where I go. I'll straight up just walk up and just knock you out. I did that knockout game black people play in America. Yeah, I just might walk up on you. I don't care if it's a sneak attack. I don't care if I hit you from the back of the head. I hate you. And I really struggle with violence in my life also. Alhamdulillah, I haven't been in any violent situations recently, but it's if I saw someone I really don't like, I might hurt you. So when dealing with family, the point is I have that same feeling inside, but they're family, and so I don't go that far. But my speech might reflect that type of behavior that I would show to a person who isn't family. And so, because my family can be quite toxic. And so, but what's preferable is to be patient with them, and speak to them kindly. And a lot of times I'll go off on them, then I'll speak to them again kindly, and I'll let them know, you press my buttons, my niggas, and it, but I love you, this, that, the other. I'll talk to my family with some kind words after that, so it's tough, bro. But at the same time, it has helped me because family tends to have less boundaries with you than strangers, unless it's one of them anonymous cunts. Excuse me. I just got demonetized. One of those trolls, who, they're just stupid people who don't know how to behave because their parents didn't raise them properly. So yeah, they tend to not know boundaries because you're family. And so setting boundaries as a family member with family members is a very difficult thing to do. Yeah. Ooh, Apple Future Trunks, man. Examples. I suck at examples, bro. I just do this stuff naturally.
It's my game.
I always do.
Like what? Oh, no.
No, what? You always smiling. Ain't you? So apparently it's working, right? I suck at examples, bro. And then when I do one, then I'll be like, oh yeah, this will be something for your link, because I was kind of a natural. So it's now translating what I do naturally into actual lessons is very difficult. If you're a natural, you can almost never teach people. It's difficult, and I don't like teaching game stuff anyway. And I explain this also because we've seen brothers doing crazy and goofy stuff with the information they've received. I don't know what the next guy's going to do. So I teach you something, or I tell you something, some other guy goes out and use it. He's out doing something haram with it. This is why I haven't really put out anything about game or whatnot. This is why I've been limiting myself to how much game I put in the material that I put out, because there's an accountability to that. I teach someone that and then they go out and do something wicked with it. Who's accountable? Who taught him it? I don't know what's in his heart. Someone might be intending to get married. Another person might be intending to go out and bang a bunch of sisters. But who taught him? Me. So, I'm very careful with that stuff also. Have you considered Indonesia as a country to move to? What do you think about it? I've considered it. My wife hates the idea. She's from Indonesia. Shush, I don't want to hear it. I said I don't want to hear it. I'm not having this discussion. I'm open to the idea. My wife is just like, yeah, she'll go wherever I go, but she definitely hates the idea. Yeah. Say it with a smile. Good girl. Good girl.
That's the game. Dude, that's the game, no?
Yeah, that's the game right there. Yeah. See, there she goes. I'm gonna delete your comment. I'm deleting your comment right now.
But that's true though. That's fact.
They're everywhere. Where are they not? I went to Masjid al-Nabawi and seen people turn away from the Qibla and start making dua towards the grave of the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him. Yeah, Al-Bid'ah are everywhere. You can't escape them fools.
Probably they came from India.
No, they were definitely not Indonesian.
But yeah, they have lots of albida. No. No.
What? Who you saying no to?
The mosquito.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. I really like the idea of Malaysia. I like Malaysia.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Really.
My wife's been there.
Very disciplined country.
Yeah, she
Indonesia,
said it's really
Indonesia
nice.
is very dirty.
Will you stop about Indonesia? Just shut up.
Why? I don't like that. I'm not
I don't care.
So.
I didn't say you were nationalist. Just shut up, man. They ask you all that stuff. It's dirty. Who asked you about the hygiene in the country whether they pick up the trash or not? Where was that a question? Excuse me. Where was that a question?
No, I'm just telling.
Well, thanks for information nobody asked for. Do they pick up trash twice a week? You want to tell us that too?
Nobody did that.
Nobody picks up the trash. Where does the trash go?
Yeah, but it's not. It's different.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So anyway, I like the idea of Malaysia. My wife likes Malaysia also. You must be new to the internet, Yoli. MashaAllah. Barakallahu. So yeah, anyway. Other than masjids, where do you think a man looking for marriage can find a good Muslim woman? Because I don't consider most Muslim girls on IG wife material.
What do you think?
Instagram. I mean, I'm a big tripping over my tongue. Yeah, exactly. I'm a big proponent of family and social circles. It's the best way, in my humble estimation. Then after that, if you don't have that, go to the masjid. And then people who like me, we're in the middle of the bush right here. We're in the armpit of Germany. Then you use applications or whatnot. That's the last resort. I use applications because I'm not from a Muslim family. I'm the only Muslim in my family. I'm not in a Muslim community because I'm in the armpit of Germany. I'm not even close to like a real community in terms of Muslims. You got like these ethnic groups that stick together, but it's not really it's not a community based upon Islam. It's a community based upon ethnicity. We have an Arab masjid. That's what they call it. Not Baytullah. It's an Arab masjid. They have a Turkish masjid, and they got and so the Islam is based upon ethnicity. It's not based upon Islam. It's based upon cultural similarities as opposed to adherence to the book and the sunnah. And so applications become an option for people who are in a situation like that. Hope that answers your question. I'm not a fan of Morocco just because of the laws on polygyny. I mean, it's allowed there, but then you're supposed to get written permission from your first wife. Is she my mom? What are you talking about?
Well, we can just manage that though, right?
Mm-hmm.
America is beautiful. They have beautiful women too.
They have very beautiful women there. But I'm not coming to say, hey, babe, I need you to sign this so I can get married. I'm not doing this. I'm just gonna have you constantly sign just blank forms.
No.
You can sign a form and then I can just copy it and just fill in the name of I'm marrying this girl.
You can sign it on behalf of me, right? You just learn how my signature.
I'm Moroccan, just know. I used to live in Birmingham, bro. I lived in Birmingham before I moved to Qatar. I lived in Kings Heath. It was an interesting experience. Birmingham is a hot mess. Love being close to the Salafis, but geez, that city is strange. I don't know if I really enjoyed my stay there. It was like, the hell's going on here? Dude, I saw some crazy stuff in Birmingham. Kings Heath was just nuts, dude. I just, yeah. After that experience, I'm not really sure. I like going there, though. Nice place to visit. I'm not sure I want to live there. I would like to, you transport the community, the the Salafi community out of there to like, somewhere like the countryside here in Germany. It'd be awesome. Yeah. No, Yolink, I hate the UK. I can't stand the UK. Although I consider moving back there, I just really don't like the UK. A bunch of passive aggressive wankers. I've never been in a country where I wanted to punch so many people in the face back to back. And everybody acting all cool, and it's like they're nothing but just a big freaking wanker. Just like you dick. The men, the women, they're all wankers. And then, it's funny because, after a while, I just like, I'm going to let my American hang out. You guys are being wankers. I might as well just let mine fly too. So I just started being full 100% bearded and mustachioed American. And boy, then it got kind of fun. I used to just debate the crap out of everybody. Like we had a debate in the office one time about guns, and gun ownership. And there was some guy who used to sit next to me. I used to work on Old Street at a tech company, and he was just debating me back and forth, and I was destroying him. And then he just got up and walked off. I didn't even know the dude was mad. And everyone was like, "Oh man, he was so mad." I was like, "He was mad, really?" I was just like, "I'm just gonna be the American guy now." I was just like, "Frick it," I was just tearing him up, and just type it and just tear it up. And he's all focusing on the argument. I was eating his lunch. Nobody would debate me after that. I tore that guy. That guy was the ultimate office debater because we had like an open office. You could like see everybody's heads poking up over the desks, and so we were like in one section. It was like the graphics department, and yeah, I just ate his lunch, and nobody would debate me after that. Everybody just avoided me. They're like, "Oh, I'm not talking to this guy." Yeah, it was fun. That was fun. It's true, bro. We call Birmingham a third world country. This is well known amongst the Brits. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. No, I left because the Brits don't like me. They was like, "You can't stay here. Brexit is coming." And so they kicked me out. They wouldn't renew my visa, and I don't care. So, yeah. I don't stay where I'm not wanted. I can confirm from the UK. Would you marry a woman with student loan debt but has a useless degree?
Oh my, what a question. Useless degree and have loan. That was double nightmare.
I mean, if she's not expecting me to pay that useless degree off, then we can talk. Most women with degrees are useless anyway. They always just stay home and just don't want to have a bunch of kids and cook and chill in their pajamas all day anyway. That's what they want to do. So why do they go to college?
Hey, you're talking about me. I'm not
Yes.
wearing pajamas all day.
Well, you don't wear pajamas all day, but you might as well be. Clothes you never go outside in, right? So there you go. Might as well be pajamas. They all get these degrees, and then what do they all want to do? They all want to stay at home and have kids. So really, I don't see the connection other than I'm not paying off no goofy degree. It's like, that's yours, girl. You got that before I met you. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. They love their passive aggressiveness. I mean, like to argue before breakfast. Yeah, indeed. We're up on an hour and 3 minutes, guys. You got any last minute questions? Go ahead and drop them now. We're going to give you guys up until when I finish this.
Make it last question from Yolink. Yolink is the closest.
Actually, I do have a business. Thank you very much. I make quite good money. Alhamdulillah. But I want it all and then some. Good sir.
Until his grave.
Huh?
Until his grave.
That's it. What did the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say? The sons of Adam, if he had a valley of gold, he'd wish he had another one just like it. Nothing will fill his desire for more except what? Dust. And dust meant death. And I'm a son of Adam. So, yeah. Why are some brothers scared to talk to their mothers if they're oppressing the wife, his wife? I often see this. Why are these women marrying guys with no spine? Wait a minute, what? Let's try to understand that first part. Why are some brothers scared to talk to their mothers if they're oppressing his wife?
The mother's oppressing the wife. The mother-in-law.
Okay. If the mother is oppressing the wife. I can see this. Why are these married? I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's a matter of no spine. That's what it is. We were talking about this. I was with my boxing coach on Wednesday, and we were talking about the two different. Basically, there's two different types of fighters. There's very technical fighters, and then there's guys that just fight. And he's pointing out the guys, that he had, a bunch of Bulgarians. And he's like, that guy right there, he's just a fighter. He says, I can teach him combinations back to back for 6 months straight. He won't remember a thing. He said, the guy's just a brickhead. He says, but he really wants to fight, And it's like, yeah, he's like, and this guy, he's like, you tell him a combination, he said, he'll never forget it. He says, but when it comes time to spar, the guy's ghost. He just disappears. I was like, yeah, you can't teach art. You either got it, you don't. And the guy who can't remember combinations, guess what? He's a better fighter simply because he will fight now. Now he's just picking up fighting because he does it so much, because he just loves to fight. It's the same thing with these brothers and their mothers and whatever else. You can't teach art. Somewhere in the whole scope and line of their story of their life, their mother broke them. The mama raised the sucker. And so now, when she's wrong, he can't stand up to her.
I think it's a cultural thing too.
So, yeah. I have family in New York, but I might have been there when I was a baby. I don't know, but not as an adult, no. Bro, divorce is a thing. You know that, right? It's an easy one. Divorce. So, yeah. I mean, everybody says that. They said that in 2017. They said that in 2013. They're saying it in 2021. This is not the first time we've heard this narrative, bro. So, And actually, I had a wife. That's why Becky's fired. I said this before. This is why I fired Becky. Chatting with dudes online. So, is what it is. You just divorce him, bro. This is an easy one. Nope. For what? You got one job. That's it. One job. You gonna fail at it? Why? Tell me why, Yolink. Why would you forgive that? Tell me. Help me understand. I'd like an answer, Yolink. Explain to me why you would forgive that. Pro-cooperative attributes in the women. And very, very intense vetting. I tried to get rid of her right there. Her sitting over there. I tried to get rid of her. I multiple hardcore vetted her. I was like, this one is not getting in the door.
Damn it.
Extreme disqualifiers. And I was like, okay, damn. Well, whatever. Okay. All right, girl, let's go. Shoot. I didn't expect this.
So you're actually fetting me, or really just had enough?
No, I was betting you. Just, Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alex. Is it a mistake? I mean, a mistake is like, getting a number wrong or a decimal place wrong when you're doing your mathematics. That's a mistake. A mistake is like turning the blinker right and then driving left. That's a mistake. A mistake is like wanting to type L and hitting the I. That's a mistake. This is an intentional act that requires work, effort, intention, drive, purpose. This is something that is thought out. A mistake is something that incidentally happens. She didn't just like open up a chat and like, oh, I thought you were a sister. Well, let's just keep talking. Okay, so let's say that was a mistake. Oh, I thought you were a sister. No, I'm not. Okay, conversation over. But she's chatting with the guy. So obviously they continued it. So it's no longer a mistake, is it? Now it's an intentional act. So it's not a mistake.
It's a shit test.
It could be a congruence test, but it's like, okay, well, you can have that test.
So risky.
And you can have that test and go out the door. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye. Next passenger.
That's it. So it's not a mistake. You don't classify that as a mistake, bro. Nope. Looking back, do you think no, absolutely not. I told Becky multiple times, I said, this is who you are. And that's who she is to this day. She's quite proud of it. I still talk to her in between here and there. She keeps trying to check temperature if there's like a possibility for her to come back, and there's no possibility coming back. And this is who she is. And I said it before, and I saw it in her before I saw the messages. I saw it in her. I was like, this is just who you are. I was like, this goes back to what I said yesterday. A lot of these women, they got that Jezebel like hoe spirit, even if they're not out actually hoeing. They've got the hoe spirit. That doesn't mean they're actually going out doing hoey stuff, but they've got that hoe mentality. She had that hoe mentality. That's just who she is. You can't fix that. There's no fixing people. Unless you're a therapist. And I'm trying to get married to a wife. I'm not trying to be somebody's therapist. Either you're my wife or you're my client. It's not both. I'm not your therapist. So if you need fixing, you need to go see a therapist. And then look at getting married. Don't bring all your trauma and your bad habits and your baggage with you. I don't need any of that stuff. I deal with my traumas, you go deal with yours. I deal with my bad habits, you deal with yours. Not your job as a husband to be her therapist and put up with her BS. It's not your job. It's not your job. I mean, you can make it your job, but have fun with that. Enjoy your life, which I can guarantee you won't. You're going to be miserable. That's a choice also. You can be miserable. Go ahead, try and fix these women. I promise you misery. What joy are you going to get out of it? You know what you're going to do? You're going to do the same thing that, what's that guy's name? Kanye West does. Kanye West keeps on dragging all these women out of like obscurity, and they keep leaving him. He keeps fixing their lives and making them better, making their lives better, and they keep leaving him. And you can say, oh, that's the kuffar. No, we see this happen in the Muslims too. Stop trying to fix broken women. Stop. Yep. It's a lie. Love always has conditions. Love always has conditions, and that's not a problem at all. There's nothing wrong with that. Unconditional love is something a dog gives you and children. But there's always conditions to love. Maybe people don't recognize them, and they don't recognize that there are conditions to their love. But yeah. Yeah, he's messed up. But the point is, he married that one girl, that bald-headed, goofy chick. I don't even know her name. What's the stupid girl's name? The slut walk girl.
Rose.
I don't know her name. I don't know all these stupid stars' names. I don't know. She got a bald head.
Yeah.
Some blonde girl bald did some slut walk stuff. Some goofy hoe that needs to get hit by a car. I can't remember her name. Anyway, he keeps fixing all these broken chicks, making their lives great and everything, and then to what avail? Oh yeah, that's her name, Amber Rose. Thank you.
Amber Rose.
Freaking
Rose something.
yeah, you did say Rose, right? Yeah, goofball. whatever. Yeah, but that's not being her therapist, you know. Women have an emotional aspect to them to where it's like you have to obviously be, you know, emotional with them. Not too much. You love them like a girl or something. You're a guy. Love like a guy. Don't love like a girl. And that's another mistake a lot of guys make. I'm going to love a woman the way a woman, you know, loves me. And so, you know, this is a big mistake when we're talking about emotional and comforting and all this type of stuff. Don't try and love her like she loves you. That's goofy. That's just, then you got two women in a relationship. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. Sparkle off week for tuning in. We're going to look at what's going to happen on Tuesday's show. I'm going to try and come up with a Tuesday show. Be more structured with the topic and whatnot, you know. But we'll be trying to do something, inshallah. Next show is on Sunday.
Okay.
Sorry, this one I have to answer. If you came home one day to find your wife and shaved her head bald, what would you do? I'd buy a plunger because I like to pull hair. So I'd just be like, instead of pulling her hair, I'd use a plunger. And see, make her think twice about shaving her hair after I whip out the brand new plunger on her. Okay, slather her head up with some like olive oil because so that plunger sticks. Bet she should never shave her head again. All right. People tuning in. Yo, League, of course. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is your man, Abuamerican. Inshallah, we'll catch you on Sunday. That's Crypto Talk Show. All right. Assalamu alaikum.